So hello everyone and welcome to this week's Thursday Thoughts, episode 22. There was no Thursday Thoughts last week because we were at DVD, and if you're following us along on all our channels, you will notice that we put lots of pictures up, lots of photos, lots of video. Big video coming out later this week on our entire journey of the DVD show. Jamie's just putting that together. We hope that that will be live on YouTube tomorrow. But let's get on with this week's Thursday Thoughts. So welcome to this episode. Before I move into the news and the kind of stuff that's happening in the world of technical information, please do subscribe to this channel, do share. Without really trying, we've hit nearly 100 subscribers, and I really would love to get over that 100 subscribers, because I think that if we can grow this channel and we can keep putting great content out there, it shows that you guys are enjoying what we're doing, and it gives us that little bit of feedback on that we're doing the stuff that you want to see. So please hit the subscribe button, do hit the bell to say yes, I want to be notified when TDW releases some stuff, and plus the fact if we go live, then you'll get notified that we're going live. And talking about live, we did go live on Facebook last week, and we did have a lot of comments on that, so thanks very much. But yeah, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. I think it's something that is going to grow and grow and grow. So I'm Michael Ingledew, I'm the Managing Director of TDW, and I'm all about making you successful with your technical information for your products, your platforms in the aerospace, defense and space sector. So I'm going to go through the industry news, of which there is about 5 or 6 items which I think are pretty interesting. Then I'll go through the TDW news, and then we've got 2 or 3 questions that came into us that I will look at answering for you. So the Bombardier CRJ, I have noticed this week, has had the maintenance life cycle of it extended. So what this said to me, again, I'll put the links down below. What this is saying to me is that the platforms that we are now developing are becoming so super reliable and so super safe that the FAA in the States, I believe, has now extended for higher maintenance intervals for the CRJ series of aircraft, which I think is interesting news. I did have this sent to me by a couple of people, and I have asked if I can go along. Airbus is hosting a suppliers conference. Because I'm supporting a number of clients that are producing information to Airbus, I have sent in a formal request asking if I can go along and glean and learn and hopefully add some value to the event. Not heard anything yet, so if anybody from Airbus is watching, please do try and push that along for me. But I have asked to join that event along with one of my major customers who is also going along to that. So Adobe announced a couple of weeks ago that they are running their online DITA World, I think it's DITA World conference again. They've asked me to help try and put the word out there. I'll put the link down below. Do sign up to that. It's a full day free event online that you can go ahead and learn from all of these DITA experts that are out there. If DITA is your thing and DITA is something you want to learn more about, head on over to the Adobe website and join it from the comfort of your own front room or office, wherever you might be. Interesting report this week that was sponsored by Thales on the Internet of Things. And I will say that, I read it. It makes complete sense. They're saying that in the next couple of years that 50% of devices that we own will be connected and talking to each other in some way. So that's a fantastic and interesting report. Again, sponsored by Thales, who have a big vested interest in this kind of area. And in fact, there were some reports that they produced this week for the financial sector on data breaches and cybersecurity issues and that kind of stuff. But the IoT report, something I'm going to be talking about at TDW Live this year, is IoT and blockchain and that kind of stuff. But do go and read that. At DVD last week, as I mentioned, I was blown away by the Boxer platform. Super smart piece of kit, and it sounds really meaty as well. Got right up close and personal with the boxer. And the UK has announced this week that they are going to purchase 500 units of this platform, which is great news for the guys at Rheinmetall Defence and Kraus Maffei. I believe you guys are all involved with that. In fact, thank you very much to the guys at Kraus Maffei who were super helpful when I dropped past your stand at DVD, and you were more than happy to talk to me about some of the really boring questions that I had around about support and technical publications. But the MOD has announced this week that they are going to purchase 500 units, which I think is super exciting, super interesting. On DVD, when I was there, I learned a great deal of things, which I'm going to be doing some blog posts on, and I plan to do a webinar on as well. So do make sure you create your free account over on our website to be invited to that, and subscribe to this channel because you'll get notified when I go live. L&T Technology Services, I thought this was really interesting press release, and they're saying that they've won a major content management contract for both US and European defense companies, as far as I can tell. And it's about them managing the engineering content for organizations. And I heard a phrase this week, content as a service, which I thought was quite interesting. And it's later on in the year I'm going to do Trends in the Market webinar, and I think that this is a really interesting development for that L&T Technology Services have won this, and because it aligns with something that SDL have been doing for a little while now, is offering a service on how to manage your content, this exceptionally massive content that's going to be coming our way. In fact, I've written an article for the magazine this quarter that talks about, by 2020, they believe that everybody's going to be producing about 1 terabyte of data a day. Now, just think about that for a minute. 1 terabyte of data a day. That's incredible. Talking of SDL, press release this week, I think Etaplan are in there with them as well, saying that they have delivered S1000D support to Aero Vodocchidi. I hope I've said that right. And again, I'll put a link down below. You can go and read that yourself. SDL are coming along to TDW Live this year, so if you want to learn more about that, then do come and talk to them at TDW Live. Do subscribe to the YouTube channel because I will be going live from the event as well over breaks. So I will go round the vendors and show the vendors that are there on our YouTube channel, which I think will add a little bit of value to everybody that's there. So I mentioned on the TDW news, I talked about that I was at DVD last week, got up close and personal with lots of the platforms, went round and spoke to some of the key kind of technical publications companies that are there, which gave me an idea for a blog and has actually given me an idea for a very controversial article that I'm going to write in the next issue of the magazine. Not the one that we're putting together right now, but the one that will come out at the end of the year. Talking of the TDW magazine, thank you to everybody who has put in some content this quarter. So we've got Marco at the Shipdex guys, we've got another Simplified Technical English stuff, Peter Studdarder's putting some stuff in there, and our anonymous contributor about Peter Perfect on S1000D this quarter. So that will be made available, we hope, towards the end of next week. Will be made available via TDIQ and be made available to the free account holders, so you'll be able to access that online. Create your account and you'll get access to that. This week's podcast was delayed. Why was it delayed? Because it was going to be our first interview, and I was going to interview a chap called Scott Abel. Now, if you don't know who Scott Abel is, somebody who I admire, somebody who gets as passionate about content as I do, but Scott is also called the Content Wrangler. And we were going to do a webinar type interview that we were then going to post on YouTube, and we were going to post on our podcast channel, Problem was, my headset decided to give way halfway through the testing, so I've had to order some new gear, which has arrived. And Trey, so if you're watching, it has arrived. I'll ping you an email and we can get that set up so we can get the first of the interviews sorted. I've got another interview planned when I'm down in Switzerland in a couple of weeks' time, so keep an eye out for that as well. So yes, the next podcast we hope will be an interview with Scott Abel, aka the Content Wrangler, and we've put together a kind of little script of things that I would like to talk about, and I think it will be super interesting. Again, it will be made available on YouTube, and we'll make it available obviously on our podcast channel. TDW Live, I want to give a little update on TDW Live. I'm blown away by some of the project teams that are coming out from underneath the woodwork that I didn't even know existed. In fact, the one that signed up yesterday is super interesting. So welcome to all of you who are coming along to TDW Live. We will be announcing an online ticket which will only be access to day 1, the workshops, and day 2, track 1. So if you're interested in that, you can get in touch with us and you will be able to access those presentations via an online ticket, and you can join us virtually from wherever you are. But yes, we are seeing lots of interest from the UK MOD and the project teams. Looking forward to that. Claire has ordered all of the goodies. In fact, she's gone above and beyond this year. We've got some great goodies that we're going to be giving away. There's some water bottles, I think. Those of you coming to the Pie and Pint night, Claire has we've bought tankards this year. So those little keepsakes. And we are in the throes of designing the keepsake badges, and we have 1 or 2 people who are interested in sponsoring those badges. I know that some of you keep them hung up above your desks at the office. In fact, some of you I go and visit, you have them all kind of laid out, so which is great. The A to Z of S1000D, we released the I think it was the F. I don't know. If I'm wrong, I'll put it above me. I think it was the F this week we released. That went to the account holders first. That will be released on Friday to the S1000D world, to all of you John Does out there. And we will be releasing the Gs again on Monday. So you'll get that a week earlier, or at least 5 days earlier than everyone else. So go ahead and create your free account. You get access to that. I know that there's a stack of you on there, and we've got lots of plans for that free account area. So do join us. The A to Z of S1000D is to try and get you in a little bit, but then we're going to add some more free stuff, but we're also going to add some premium stuff. So please do sign up, share, and get your technical information, your technical communication, colleagues and friends and suppliers to join us on this particular journey of us growing what we're doing. So some questions that have come in here to us at TDW. Will I be at the support chain seminar? I've been asked 3 or 4 times now. Normally, I like to go to the support chain seminar in Bristol. That's not going to happen this year, just purely because I'm just far too busy. I've got too much on, and taking 2 days out to go to the support chain seminar, which is not specific to the area that I'm in, as in the technical information, technical communication stuff, that is not going to happen. So those of you who were hoping to sit down and have a coffee with me at the support chain seminar, unfortunately, I will not be there unless anything changes, but I don't think I will be there at all. With the A to Z of S1000D, we've had lots of input and feedback from you guys out there, and I appreciate that, and I know that we're doing the right thing because you guys are sending us comments and you guys are sending in your feedback, which I really appreciate. The one that we've had you wanted it adding to the C's is about the CMP in S1000D, and what we're going to do is, if you haven't started following us on YouTube, we do what is known as a 5-minute Friday, and I try to, within 5 minutes, talk about any tools, resources, process, or anything out there that I believe can help you in your technical information journey. And this week, we are going to talk about the CMP. So please do join us for that, and I'm going to point you at some resource that I think might help you along your way with the CMP. But thank you for sending that comment and suggestion in. We are putting all of the comments and suggestions to one side, and at the end I'm going to sit down and do a full video on all of the suggestions that we've had that you guys wanted added in to the A to Z of S1000D. We've got way more planned. We've got A to Z of S1000D underway right now, and I've got 4 or 5 other topics that we're going to do A to Z's on. So I think if you subscribe and you follow and all that kind of stuff, you'll be the first to hear about that. So latest question that came into us is, could we help put together some terms of reference or some contracts to enable you to be able to work with your technical publication suppliers? Now, all of the stuff that we have is confidential to specific clients, so we can't just send that out. But you have given us an idea for a tutorial, and so we are going to put together a tutorial that we'll make available on TDIQ to TDIQ subscribers, how to put together these kind of TORs for technical publications, how to put controls on your technical information projects, and how to control your suppliers if they're late or if they actually, fail to deliver. In fact, one of the articles that we've written for the next issue of the magazine, not this one, the next issue, is your supplier holding you back? And that is one of the things that I want to talk about, because it's something that I learned this week whilst I was at DVD. Anyway, so that's this week's Thursday Thoughts. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you found it interesting. Please do subscribe, share, send in your comments, your feedback, all that kind of stuff. I love hearing from you guys out there. Anybody who's coming to TDW Live, do come and say hello. Do come and chat to me. Do anybody from our vendor network who's coming to TDW Live, we are looking for people who are willing to sit down with us and do like a 30-40 minute interview that we can then put on YouTube and on our podcast channel. So if you're interested in that, do get in touch with us and we will make sure that we schedule some time. I promised on the Monday night to take Claire into Bristol to a really nice restaurant that I know. So, but apart from that, we'll be golden to sit down with you and talk about the stuff that you're doing and how you're supporting your clients and that kind of stuff. So if you're interested in that, ping me, connect with me on LinkedIn, follow all of our channels. That was this week's Thursday Thoughts. I'm Michael Ingledew, and until tomorrow's 5 Minute Friday or next week's Thursday Thoughts,